my goodness, I think this really is a dupe for the Hi everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mel, and on my channel we discuss everything to do with makeup and skincare for the over 50 woman. I wanted to try out a few new products. Full disclosure, some of these are not like brand spanking new, like new releases. They're just new to my collection. There's only about 3 products that I'm going to say are fairly new, but everything else has been out for a while. Now, one of the products that I wanted to try out was a suggestion from a viewer. She said that she saw it on Emily Noel's channel. She was reviewing it and asked my opinion on it, and I hadn't tried it before. So I said, just give me some time. The next time I run out to the drugstore, I will grab it and we'll give it a try. So that's what we're doing today. But I also have the new Sundown Alter Ego eyeshadow palette. If you watched my channel before, you know that I absolutely love Alter Ego palettes. I think they are absolutely such great quality and affordable. And a lot of times they're dupes for higher end makeup palettes. And then I had another viewer mention if I could just do a little demonstration on how to apply half lashes. So I thought I would do that in this video as well today. It's a really simple process, but I love, love, love half lashes. I think they are so much better than doing like full strip lashes. They're so much more convenient. So the product we're gonna start off with first, because I do wanna give it some time to sit on my face, is the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1. This is called Glow Makeup. Now this has been out for quite some time. I'm probably going to say like a couple of years at least, but I just have never gotten around to using it. I had seen a few people reviewing it, but I just didn't take the plunge in trying it. And this was the product that a viewer asked if I had used it and what my opinion was. So we are going to find out today what my opinion is on this. So let me just see where the starting point is for the little, it has like that little tamper proof plastic around it. I actually like it when companies do that, where they put like a tamper-proof mechanism on the product, and then you know nobody else has touched it or, you know, done anything to it. Now, what I did hear about this product is it is supposed to be compared to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. So I'm curious if that is going to be the case. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a shake. It sounds quite liquidy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Kind of that sponge tip applicator that Maybelline is kind of famous for, where they have that on their concealer. I don't want too much coming up, so just this may take me a minute. Okay, yay, we're getting some success here. There is some stuff finally coming out. I don't want to put too much, or sometimes you'll get that big blob when if you brought too much out. There, it's coming out now. Kind of see that. Now I do have the shade. This is light. I think there was 8 different shades if I'm not mistaken. So I thought this would be the best one for my complexion. And from what I could see, it goes like really fair to dark skin tones. This is supposed to give you a glow, and it is like a 4-in-1. So the 4-in-1 is it's a primer, concealer. It's supposed to even out your skin tone, and also you can use it as a highlighter. I don't know if I'm putting too much on like it doesn't look like anything's coming out. Oh, here, okay, so now I think I can finally see a little bit. I'm just going to blend it in using my BK Beauty 109 brush. It's like a little baby foundation brush. And I'm only going to do one side of my face just to see how glowy this is and how much, you know, the claims are for it to be evening out my skin tone. It definitely is glowy. Like I'm looking in the mirror right now. Holy smokes, you guys. This is really glowy. So on this side, can you see how it definitely is giving me some glow compared to this side? This side looks a little dull. I did put, before like I came on camera, all of my skincare is on. I did a little bit of color correcting under my eyes here, and I put some eyelid primer on before the eyeshadow. So I do have all of that already done. But I think it looks nice. I'm not sure if it's the claim of evening out my skin tone. Like it's, I guess, blurred it out a little bit. So I think it does look quite nice and glowy. It definitely has livened up my skin compared to this side. This side is still looking a little, is dull. But this side definitely is giving me some luminosity. I'm going to say so far so good. So I'm going to just do the other side real quick here. We are having a little bit of a windstorm today. So I'm really hoping the power doesn't go out. I'm trying to get it filmed as quickly as I can here because that's all I need is for the power to go out. Now, you probably could even just apply this with your fingers if you wanted to, but I just wanted to use a brush, make sure everything is blended in. This would probably be a nice product to use if you wanted to do like one of those no makeup days and wanted to have some glowiness going on. And if you wanted to just apply like a BB cream or something on, that would probably look really nice together. So I'm just going to let this sit on my skin like how it is. I am also going to use it as my highlighter today. So once I get all of my face makeup on, then we'll go ahead and use it as highlighter. I don't know how clean this is going to remain. That's the only thing about, they're not usually my favorite when these type of application methods, but so far so good. So we're going to start off with the Sundown palette. Now I've been very good. I haven't even looked and watched anybody else's videos that have like if they've reviewed it. So this is going to be a total first impression. The only thing I did see is that it is compared to one of the Natasha Denona palettes. Quite a lovely color story, and I think this would be really, really nice for the holiday season. It has some gorgeous like burgundy shades in here, some rush shades, and quite a few shimmer shades. Now what I'll do is swatch the actual shades that I'm going to be using today, but then I'll just stick a picture up here of all the other swatches. I'm not going to swatch every single shade. I think for the first transition shade, I'm going to go in with this one right here. It's called Edge. It looks different in the pan than it does when you swatch it. It looks like a light brown. So quite pretty. Very buttery. Very, very buttery. And for that, I'm just going to go in with my BK Beauty. This is the 201. This is just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. But I like how it just deposits the color all over and makes quick work of putting the transition shade on. And then my crease shade today, we're going to go in with this one, and it's called Warmth. And it has like a little bit of like an orange to it. And for that one, I'm going to go in with my Rephr. This is the 15 brush. It blends the eyeshadow in so nicely, especially when you're putting it right in above your crease. That's pigmented. Oh my goodness. Okay. Very pretty shade though. Isn't that gorgeous? Sorry, I didn't swatch it for you. There is that shade right here. There's the Warmth. See how it does have like a little bit of an orange to it, which would make sense because the palette is called Sundown. And then we're going to have a little bit of fun with some color. So let's go in with, because I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. This purple shade right here is called Horizon. And I'm going to use that just in the outer corner. What I'm using is a really detailed brush. It is the 211 brush. I am really liking how everything is, like all the shades are coming together. And if you notice, I don't have any fallout. That is one of the best things about Alter Ego palettes is you have such limited fallout. Sometimes eyeshadow palettes can be a little bit like really powdery or chalky, and that's where I notice I get so much fallout. And I just realized that I didn't swatch it for you. So it's this top one up here. That's the one that I just put on in my outer corner. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of shimmer as I usually do. And it's this shade right here that looks really, really pretty. It's called Luster. So it doesn't look too like sparkly. It looks just very subtle. Hopefully it'll pick it up. So that should blend nicely. So it's this one right here. So that should blend nicely with those other shades that I have on. Oh, that is very pretty. Like I said, it does look very, very subtle. And then I wanted to use a foundation today that I'm very familiar with because I wanted to see how the effects of that Maybelline product was working on my skin. I actually think it looks better on my skin now that it's had time to sit and dry down a little bit on my face. I think it looks very pretty and very glowy. And it doesn't feel like very tacky or anything like that. It does feel like you have something on your skin, but it feels quite nice. So the foundation I'm going to go in with is the L'Oreal The True Match, the Super Blendable Foundation. I have this one in the shade 2N Vanilla. This is a very well used foundation. But the reason I wanted to use one that's familiar is I didn't want anything to give me additional glowiness or too luminous. This one is nice because it gives more of like, I guess, a radiant finish to the skin and more of a like a natural looking appearance. And one of the other reasons that I like doing my eyes before my foundation and concealer is anytime you come, like if you come too far in on the inside here of your eyes, or even if you go too far down with your eyeshadow, it's going to be so much easier to clean up. So I usually just put the foundation on the back of my hand, that much. And then I'm going in with my sponge and we'll just blend it in. This is the reformulated version of the old bottle. You probably remember it was just like a little bottle and you had to pour it out. So it's so much nicer that they've come out with a pump. What I love about this foundation is it has such a huge shade range. So everyone should be able to find a really good shade match for you. They've formulated it now with hyaluronic acid. But you can hopefully see, I shouldn't have put this splotch here on this side, but you can hopefully see I only did the one side, and how really lovely it looks, how natural looking it looks on the skin. But I can see that the Maybelline product is coming through. There's like a hint of glowiness, because I don't normally have this much glowiness when I use it just by itself with like a regular primer. So fingers crossed, this might be a really great combination. And then just to clean everything up, I'm using my Lancome, the Tint Ardell concealer. And that's where, when I'm cleaning up my eyeshadow, I put it in that corner, I put it in the inner corner, and then I go in with my Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. Now I recently picked up a new eyeliner that I was wanting to try. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw an article that was supposed to be like a really, really good eyeliner. And it's the Stila Stay All Day, but this is the waterproof gel eyeliner. Now I know that they are famous for their liquid eyeliner. I'm not the biggest fan of liquid eyeliners. I find that they can sometimes be a little bit difficult to work with. I prefer more like a gel type of formula, and that way you can manipulate it on the eye. You can smudge it out and stuff. So this is Damsel Dark Brown. I think Stila is one of those. I think I've mentioned it before. I think it's one of those underrated brands at the store. So it has like a bit of a point to it. It is retractable. So what I usually do is start right on the outer end of my eye, and I work my way in. Oh, it's very creamy. Like that, I am barely applying any pressure to this. Oh, that's nice. I always, especially if I'm going to be wearing lashes, I stay right snug to the lash line. And when I am wearing like a half lash, I try and take the eyeliner a little bit farther than my lash line going into the eye, just because I don't want to see where the lash is stopping, because sometimes you can see where the lash definitely stops. So I take my eyeliner kind of right, like not right into the corner, but I stop usually about right here where my hairs start. And then if you want to, you can always smudge it. So this is the BK Beauty 204. This is just like a smudge it, like a smudger brush. And this will soften the line up. I mean, not that when you're wearing lashes anyhow, you're not really going to see the eyeliner. And then what I'm also going to do is use this as my tight liner, and we'll see how waterproof it is. So when I'm tight lining, I'm just taking the liner and I'm running it between the hairs, like the eyelash hairs. And tight lining definitely gives some fullness to the eye. If you can hear that right now, I have my window open like this much, and the wind is just blowing in. I'm really hoping the power doesn't go out. Fingers crossed for me, guys. Let's just try and get through this tutorial. And when you can visibly see the difference it makes with tight lining and putting just a little bit of eyeliner on the top, look at how like opened my eye appears on this side rather than this side. It's quite amazing. Now, generally speaking, if I am putting any sort of lash on my eye, I don't bother curling my lashes. So we're just going to go in with mascara. We're using the Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. And with this one here, I do try and get right into the corner where I have all those little lashes, because this wand does such a fabulous job of getting all those little hairs, because that again will help with the look of the half lash and it'll appear seamless. I personally pick up like a huge pack of lashes because I go through them so much. So this is just the Ardell Natural lashes. I find they look really, really pretty as just like a half lash. Then I take So out of the pack, you can see where I've I've cut a whole bunch of other ones. And sometimes I reuse them. Like I can reuse them several times if I get all the glue off. But today we're just going to start fresh. So I take one of the lashes. I don't know whether I can link this because this was something I bought like a long time ago. But it is a lash placement tool. You can see how it looks different than a regular tweezers. And it does such a beautiful job of helping apply my lashes. So what I do is I very gently try and get off one of the lashes. Another little thing that I do is I just try and break up that band a little bit so it's not so stiff. I do have a whole video on applying false lashes. I'll put the thumbnail over here and I'll link it down in my description box if you wanted to check it out. If you are somebody that likes to apply lashes. If you're not, you can actually just skip through this portion of the video. Hopefully the viewer that requested this is watching. So I just want to put my glasses on because I have to make sure that I am cutting it right where I need to. So I have my little scissors here. What I do is because this lash in particular has a little bit of more of a flare on the outer end, but that's okay. We're going to make this work. So I take it and I cut about halfway. So now you have two different segments. And then what I do is I take my little eyelash tool and I just want to make sure that it looks okay and the fit is okay. So that's all I do right there is I just place it there and I just make sure, yeah, it looks okay. But can you see how it's just giving like a little bit of lift on the end? So that one looks okay. And then that one looks okay. So they both look really good. So then what I do is just take them off. That's all I wanted to do is make sure it was going to look okay. And then I just get my lash glue. This one is the Duo Lash Glue. There is so many different types of glue at the drugstore, but this is my favorite. I like the white because I can kind of see where it's going then. But there is black and all that sort of stuff. So it's really a preference of what kind of eyelash glue that you like. I'll link it down below for you if you wanted to try the Duo one. So I just hold the lash in the tweezer and then I take the glue and very gently go right from the whole little lash. One of the things that I like about just a half lash is they're very subtle. So it's not giving you like a really dramatic look. I never worry about the lash falling off. So what I mean by that is usually if I wear like a full strip lash, I am very, very conscious of it, that I have them on, first of all. And then second is I'm always paranoid about the inner corner. If I have a lash that's going to like pop off or lift off, it's right here in the inner corner. And it doesn't matter how much glue I put on, I can like put that cement on and it'll still come up. So what I love, that's one of the things that I love about the half lash is I don't worry about it. Once I set it on there, I don't think about it the rest of the day. And I have never, ever had one of them fall off on me. So I've been talking. After I put the glue on, I usually let it sit for about 20 to 30 seconds just to get the glue a little bit tacky. So once you're done that, because you don't want it, if you put it on too fast, it's just going to slide around. Okay, so then I just take this and I just place it right where I initially just tried it. And you get it right as close to your natural lash line as you can. And then I just give it a little pinch. And hopefully you can see how it looks very natural, right? You can't see where the lash stops. And that's what that little trick I was saying to you about making sure that you've just put enough eyeliner so you're not seeing where it's meeting up. It just gives this one side a little bit of lift. And that's all I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a little bit of lift because my lashes are so short now and stubby. And, you know, yeah, I can get that with some mascaras. But I just love the look of a little bit of a half lash. And especially these lashes here, they, like I said to you earlier, they just look nice and natural. And then once you have both lashes done and they've dried, if you want to put a little bit more mascara, you can go ahead and put a little bit more mascara on. Sometimes I'll just try and put a little bit more right outer end here just to give it a little bit more lift. And then voila, it's done. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of eyeshadow underneath my lower lash line instead of using eyeliner. And I'm just going to go in with some of those shades that I used earlier, like Edge and Warmth, and just run a little bit underneath my lashes. You can also just leave it as is and not bother putting anything under your lower lash line. And I'm going to say I don't usually put a lot of mascara on my lower lashes, just a tiny little bit. Now this next product is the first time I am trying this brand. So it's the Glossier Cloud Paint Cheek Color. So this is the bronzer version. I wanted to try a bronzer first before I tried like their blushes and stuff. This is the shade Sail. It looked like the lightest out of all of them. So it comes like a little tube and twist off cap. And then it does have one of those little tabs on the end. So I'm just going to, because it's actually kind of oozing out right now. I'm going to take that much and then I'm going to close it back up because it seems to be just oozing out of there. And I'm putting it on the back of my hand. That's how I usually apply cream, like liquidy type of products. And I'm just going to go in with my Rephr. This is the 37 brush. So what I liked about this is it's a cream formula. It's supposed to be long wearing and buildable. It says that it's hydrating and it is cruelty free and is going to give you a natural finish. So this would be probably really pretty on a day where you are, if you just like one of those no makeup days, again, this would probably be a great product for that. Super curious about Glossier products. I have heard that they're really good. I think it's their mascara is supposed to be really good as well. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Glossier products. They are sold at Sephora, but that's actually quite pretty. So you can see how much it's giving me a little bit of dimension here on the cheek area, and I have built it up. That was 2 little swatches on there, and I put a little bit on my forehead. I like how it blended in. That's quite lovely. Oh, I like how it's given me beautiful like luminosity on that area. I'm just going in with my Fenty cream blush in the shade Petal Poppin'. I wanted to show you guys what this looks like first before I went in with the blush, but that is lovely. That bronzer is very nice. Like for a liquid creamy, it's a gel cream type of product. Really, really beautiful on the skin. I am thoroughly impressed with that. So I'm going to take that Maybelline Perfector and I want to use that as my highlighter today. Even though, you know what, I probably don't need it because that glowiness is coming through on the top of my cheeks here. You can see that. But I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger. Actually, I can just push a bit more up and use my finger to apply it. See how that's giving it a nice natural looking radiance. So if you are somebody that likes a subtle highlighter, you would probably enjoy this because this is like really subtle and very, very pretty, isn't it? Look at how lovely that looks. Nice. I'm going to take a little bit more and put it down my nose where I usually put highlighter. It's just different using the sponge tip. All right, so let me know if you guys have tried this. This is the Milani Color Fetish, the Hydrating Lip Stain. Now, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the the matte lipsticks that come like this, that has like this little etched type of packaging. I was super curious with the lip stain because it says it's supposed to be hydrating. Like that's actually very, very cute packaging. So this is the shade Rose Rising. Oh, okay. So it comes with a wand. I was expecting like a tube. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I'm just going to put a bit more on the wand. So a little bit of detail about them is it says it's low maintenance. It's made with hyaluronic acid and squalene. It's supposed to be a high comfort formula, glossy shine, and then it transforms into a semi-matte tint as it dries down. So I did... Sorry, as I go and put that on, I did line my lips first with the Maybelline, the Lifter Liner. So that's on there right now. It actually smells really good. Oh, that's nice. That feels like cushiony. Oh, look at the shine. You know what? Seriously, guys, I didn't know what color this was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of like this pink color here. But look at it on, and it actually goes really well with like the eye makeup and everything. I'm loving it. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry down. All right, well, you know what? I was gonna go in with, I was gonna use this new CoverGirl, the Yummy lip gloss, but there's like a new plumping lip gloss. Yeah, it's called Plumper. So you know what? I'm gonna just leave this for another video because I don't want to disturb what's going on here. This looks so nice. I wasn't expecting the hydration and the glossy look to it. So I'll save this for another video. Oh, I am liking that. Now for the setting spray that I'm going to use today is a new one that came out. I haven't heard a lot about it, but I've seen people using it a lot. And it's the L'Oreal Infallible, the 3-second setting mist. And it's supposed to last for 36 hours. Who's wearing their makeup for 36 hours? I don't know. From what it says is it locks in makeup for 36 hours. It's a microfine face setting mist, transfer proof, waterproof, and smudge proof. 0 marks, 0 stickiness. What it says is that it even puts a claim that you won't get, like if you are somebody that talks on your phone, and you know how sometimes you'll get that smudge on your phone screen from your makeup. It says it's not supposed to transfer on that. It says to hold it back a little bit, and all right, here it goes. It has, I'm gonna say, a hairspray kind of smell to it, but it almost does look like a little bit of a hairspray. It does look like it's drying down, and hopefully that'll lock my makeup into place. Okay, so I just finished filming, and I know a lot of you have mentioned in the comments before that you appreciate when I jump on right after I finish filming because everything does look very, very different in natural light. I realize that. So this is the look. Oh, I am in love with a few of the new products. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette, I just want to say thank you so much to Alter Ego for sending me that. I think it is so pretty, and especially for the holiday season. Just some of those colors are just standing out for me. The nice little brown shade that's there, and then that dark purple that was there as well in the corner of my eye. So loving the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna say I'm surprised at the Maybelline, the 4-in-1 Perfector. In the natural light now, when I'm looking, it is so beautiful, and I think it really enhanced the look of the foundation. So this would look really pretty just by itself, and then applying just a BB cream or a CC cream. I think the skin would look really flawless. The Glossier Cloud Paint looks really pretty on the skin, and it does give a nice radiance, so I'm happy that I tried that. It's a beautiful cream product. Okay, so then the last one that I'm super impressed with, this one actually has blown me away, is that Milani, the lip stain. I was not expecting it to look so pretty and glossy. I was shocked. I thought it was gonna look more like a lipstick, but for it to be so glossy that I'm going to say you don't even need a gloss. So I think that looks fabulous. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to check out this other video that'll be popping up on your screen where I go into other makeup products for mature skin. Everything is always listed and linked down in the description box for you. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!